The 2020 work from home revolution really got me thinking about the peripherals I use on a day-to-day basis. And this thinking was really accelerated by the need to use two computers every single day. One for the work that I do 9 to 5, and another for where I spend some of my downtime. Now, if you've ever had to repair a keyboard more than once during a single day, you'll know how frustrating this can be, especially when you have one that is a Windows machine and another that is a Mac machine. Sometimes it works the first time around, another time you have to forget the Bluetooth device altogether and start from scratch. You know what I mean. So the Logitech Mx Master Keys came to my attention, a keyboard with the ability to switch between 3 devices in an instant with pre-programmable keys. And seeing as I was upgrading my keyboard, I upgraded my mouse too, but more on that in another video. Welcome back to my channel, and in this one, I'm going to take you through my thoughts of the Logitech Mx Master Keys for Mac. The Logitech Mx Master Keys range comes in a number of options. I opted for the For Mac option, and with this you get black keys along with a space grey finish. Now this space grey is not the exact same shade of space grey that we've grown to know and love, but it's darn close enough. Of course, with that choice you get the Mac layout of keys, and I'm okay with that too. The keyboard is pretty heavy, substantially heavier than my last, which means it does not move. And I guess that's all you really want from a keyboard. Unless, of course, you have a busy desk and need to move it throughout the day to make way for things like a notepad, an iPad, or even snacks. So I guess the weight in that instance can be a little bit frustrating. The general build quality is really great. The keyboard feels solid, and all surrounding buttons and ports look and feel very premium too. Logitech really have been upping their game of late. In terms of the typing experience, I'd say it's comparable to the Apple scissor key mechanism, which is my preference, with a good amount of travel but not too much. In terms of the rigidity of the key action, I did start to feel a little bit of strain in my hands after a full day of use. The keys need to be pressed a little bit harder than the keyboards I'm typically used to. So depending on your hand strength and the amount of typing you realistically do in a day, I'd say take note of that. Another key design difference, which at first I wasn't sure how to feel about, is that the keys are indented. Over time, I have kind of gotten used to them a bit, and in a strange way, I'd say they've maybe even improved my typing accuracy just a little bit, getting me to aim for the middle of the key rather than just hitting it mistakenly. Not all keys are indented. The top function row of keys and the bottom row of keys, including the space bar, all have a flat profile. Now that I've actually used these indented keys for quite a number of weeks, if you were to ask me if I prefer the indented keys or the flat profile keys, I'd say I prefer the flat. The next feature that I absolutely love about this keyboard is having backlit keys. Not even the Apple Magic Keyboard has this feature, and it really is so great to have when typing at night. Now the challenge that this presents for designers is knowing when to turn the backlighting on and off. And of course, as this is a fully wireless keyboard with a USB-C charging port, designers would have certainly had battery life and usage in mind when introducing this feature, which is why they have fitted a sensor. The keyboard senses when your hands are approaching and triggers to turn the backlighting on. Lastly, this keyboard is compatible with Logitech's unifying receiver, which is essentially just a little USB Bluetooth dongle, but one that lets you pair up to 5 Logitech devices. In my use case, this essentially means that I can plug it into my PS4 Pro and enjoy a keyboard and mouse gaming experience with very unnoticeable latency, which is great. In wrapping up my thoughts of this keyboard, I have slightly mixed feelings. The ability to switch between multiple devices, premium finish and build quality, the unifying receiver, and of course the wonderful backlighting of the keys are all really great features. But for my hands, the keys are a little too rigid and have caused me a bit of strain. Also, I'm not a massive fan of the heavy weight of the keyboard because I am the kind of guy who needs to move the keyboard throughout the day to make way for my iPad and snacks. And as I said, the indented keys are still not my preference. That said, if you can live with those 3 things, I think you'll love the Logitech MX Master Keys for Mac. If you enjoyed this video at all, please hit the like button down below. Of course, if you'd like to see more from me and my channel, please hit the subscribe button too, and the notification bell, of course, if you'd like to get notified when I post a new video. That's all for today. I'll see you in the next one.